something's been feeling a little off with my business, so I think it's time to sit down, reset and refresh everything. I completely love everything I do, but something has to be done. If you're new here and this is the first video of mine you're watching, hi, this is probably a really weird one to join on, but thank you for joining us. So I am Polly, also known as Pollygone Illustration. However, this is the last time I'm going to be called Pollygone Illustration, as I'm going to be dropping the illustration and I'm just going to be just Pollygone on its own. I've been running this channel I think for about 11 or 12 years now, so it has been quite a long time. The business side of things I've been doing since 2019, with my online shop launching in 2020, so that's been about 5-6 years. My first convention was in the summer of 2019, and I just think that my products have kind of just got a bit stagnated. I've been selling the same things and bringing out new ones, but I've been restocking the old ones, and I think I just need to stop doing that, and I need to get rid of a whole bunch of products and try and start fresh and really think where I want to take my business. I want to make Pollygone the best it can be, and with that it's going to need some changes. So why the change? I feel like my art is all over the place. My style's changed a lot, and when I first started I was experimenting a lot with what I liked to do. So if you look at some of my older pieces, they're really different to my newer ones. I was messing around with a lot of mixed media, I was doing lots of paints and sketchbooks and stuff, and nowadays I mostly stick just to digital art. I am wanting to do more sketchbook art, but I think I need to try and develop my work in a different way, keep to my own style. For my products and stuff, I can experiment however I want outside of that, but for my Pollygone stuff, that needs to fit the same style so I can really build this as a brand. I've just ended up with a huge catalogue. Restocking things gets a huge pain, and I feel like when you look at my table at an artist market or a convention or something like that, there's just not much that consistency there. I think you can see my style and how it's mine underneath everything, but at a quick glance, I don't know. I think I need to get rid of and change quite a few bits. Over the years, I have learned what works best and what products sell better than others. You can never 100% predict anything, but I think I've gotten a lot better at it. And yeah, my older products just didn't do well because I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and yeah, and they need to go. Product cleanup. What's staying and what's going? My mugs, technically they're going to go for markets and conventions, but I am going to keep them online, so they are going to stay online only because they sell really well online, but in person not so much. I do sell some, but they take up so much room when you're setting up your display, and carrying them, they're so heavy that mugs just aren't really practical. They're such a pain just to have to deal with, so yeah, they're going. But online they are going to stay, so if you want any of my mugs, get them online. Most of my fan art is staying, a lot of it. Baby Yoda is going. He was really cute, everyone loved him. Obviously he was a huge meme when he came out. I think the hype has very much died down. I do sell a few bits and pieces, but not really enough to keep him in stock anymore. I have got a lot of Baby Yoda stickers to get through, so that might take a while, but I am running low on my tote bags, cushions and mugs, so once they've all gone, I'm not going to make any more. That will be it. Keyrings and pins are going to be staying, however I am going to revamp them. A lot of designs I will be trying to get rid of and phase out. I also want to keep my mystery boxes. Keyrings I want to revamp, I want to make them bigger, and I want all of the popular designs to fit my style more, so a lot of them will be going or will be redrawn. I just need to kind of figure out what I want from that, but the idea of keyrings and pins, they will be staying around as products. The same for my beaded keyrings, they have been selling super well, so I'm going to be making a ton more of them, don't you worry. Stuff like my charm bracelets and my necklaces, things like that, they're staying too because they sell well. T-shirts, I've always struggled with getting t-shirt designs right, so I'm gonna keep my Stardew Valley t-shirt because that has sold really well, and my Sanrio t-shirt has done all right, but I will not be restocking it once it's gone. I'm not gonna put it on a sale or anything like that, but I'm just gonna gradually phase it out, get rid of all my stock, and I'll no longer be making more of them. Cushions are going completely. They do sell kind of well. It's very all over the place with them, and I do think they're kind of losing their popularity. I did a market last Christmas, pretty much sold out of all my cushions, and since that market I've probably sold less than half of what I sold in that market for the rest of the year at all my other conventions and markets. So it's just something big, something that takes up room, is a pain to get to markets and conventions, so I'm just going to get rid of them completely, even online. So I will put my cushions on sale. Earrings are going. Earrings again did really well at the beginning and now have kind of stopped. I think that could be because a lot of people are making cheap earrings using charms and stuff from AliExpress. I think my earrings are pretty cheap. They're only £7 and they are handmade, but again, they're a faff to make, a faff to restock, so I'm gonna get rid of them completely. I might bring earrings back in the future. I'll never want to say no to that completely, but for now, I'm gonna phase out the designs I've got. Once they're gone, and they will also be going on sale. I also think because everybody who's wanted a pair of my earrings, they've probably come and bought them because I've had the same ones for like 5 years. So yeah, I need new ones. Most prints are going. I might keep a few. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I have a lot of prints. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that when I first started, I bought way too many prints. I had absolutely no idea how much stock I needed, and I just went kind of insane and crazy with it. I want to seriously reduce them as well. I might keep a couple, but I don't fully know. They look really good when they're displayed, but again, with these, my art style isn't consistent. You can compare my hedgehog and my rainbow bear prints to my more recent ones with the Sanrio and Tamagotchi print, with my duck print. They're all very different. I feel like the square ones do sell better, but then something like my Mew Mew Power print, that's rectangle and that's been selling well. So I don't know, I need to have a good think about what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of, but most, if not all, prints will be going. Everything else that will be going will just be old stock, stuff I've had for ages. I just want to start fresh, start new. Anything that doesn't fit my new style, I will slowly like get rid of or phase out or even just put in a sale. Yeah, so it is a lot I have to think about, a lot to figure out, but I really want to do like a big clean out and get rid of a lot of stuff. So to get rid of things, I'm going to be doing sales, I'm going to be doing mystery packs and mystery bags. I'm going to be doing lots of different things and try and find a way to really clear everything out. So keep an eye on my website because I am going to be doing a sale. In fact, by the time you're watching this video, the sale is probably live. I'm really going to be reducing prices by a lot, so I really recommend heading over there and checking it out and seeing if there's anything you want to get, especially with Christmas coming up soon. Tote bags, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with. I think I'm going to keep tote bag as a product. However, most, if not all, the designs will be going. The Labubu tote bag is my newest one, so that will be staying. My Fox design, I am a little stuck over. It does sell really well, but I feel like the style just doesn't fit me as an artist anymore. So it doesn't help the whole consistency issue thing. So I'm not sure whether I'll get rid of it or I might just redraw it and revamp it. Possibly. The Fox is probably one of the hardest products I've got that I don't know what to do with because it does sell well. But maybe it's just time to let him go. Maybe. But I might redraw him. We'll see. New characters and world building. I want to really grow Pollygone as a brand. So I want to design new characters that you guys like. I've got some older characters that I thought would do really well, such as Strawberry Skunk. And yeah, I made so many products with her. I was so excited about her, and I did actually make a little cute backstory for her. You know, so she's a strawberry skunk. Instead of smelling disgusting, she smells like strawberries. I thought that was really fun and a different idea, and I liked how she was pink, but I think her design is just kind of complicated and simple things tend to sell better these days. So she is gonna go, which I'm really sad about, but it's time for something new. Same with Simon Sloth and Delilah Dog. They're just, yeah, they don't do so well. Sloths aren't really in. Dogs, I'm always surprised that nobody wants a dog, but I might bring a new spaniel character and leave Delilah dog behind. I think that's what I want to do, especially since I've had 3 spaniels, so the spaniel makes sense for me to make personally. I don't know why I've never done anything spanially, but we're gonna do that. While I'm clearing everything out, I want to expand the Pollygone world. I want to bring out some new characters. I'm gonna do a lot of research and find out what animals are popular at the moment. Please let me know down below if you've got any animal requests, because I would love to hear them, and that will really help decide on what products I will make next. I want to start really small, so I think I'll start releasing characters as stickers, or maybe even sticker sets, and kind of slowly building them up and then releasing them as more expensive products such as pins and keyrings, and maybe even in the future expanding to t-shirts or soft toys, like much bigger, higher priced items. So Spud is a good example of a character I want to keep. So I drew him this year. He's brand new. I've actually only got 1 product, which is my Spud sticker set, but you guys have been loving him over on Instagram. I think he's really sweet and simple. He looks like a potato, and I want to build more on that. I really like the art style he's drawn in, which is my most recent art style, and the one I am planning on sticking to. Some of my new stuff, like my Winx Club designs, are a little bit more complicated, but they are kind of drawn similar. I've used the same brushes and the same kind of bright colors. Obviously they're a bit more complicated, but that's because the original designs were. That's just to kind of let you know what kind of direction I want to head in with my art style. I've currently got a list of things that I want to draw and create, but yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see from me, please let me know down below in the description, because I would absolutely love to hear what you'd prefer. Why the name change? I felt like illustration just didn't fit. I've been making things with clay, with beads, felting. I do so many different things, and yeah, I just didn't think Pollygone Illustration fitted me or my business. I think it worked maybe for the first year or so, but as soon as I started introducing things like my earrings and clay keyrings, pins, stuff like that, the name didn't really make sense anymore. I originally started this business named just Pollygone, and then when I added in other products, I became Pollygone Illustration, which I really kind of regret now. I should have just kept it the same. The reason I did that was because the domain name I wanted wasn't available, and I've kind of solved that. So I am no longer PollygoneIllustration.com, and I am now Pollygone.shop, so you'll be able to find me there. PollygoneIllustration.com will become my portfolio eventually, but currently right now that just directs you to the new website, and it'll probably stay that for like maybe a year, however long it takes me to get my act together to get a new portfolio website set up. And that portfolio will include everything like my children's illustrations, maybe like my character design, product designs, things like that. That's more for me to get freelance work than to sell my products to you guys. At the beginning of 2024, I did do a complete rebrand. I changed all my colors, my logos, everything like that, but I kept illustration. So I will now be rebranding again, keeping all the old colors that I chose last year, but I will just be getting rid of illustration in the name, which is kind of annoying because it means I have to spend so much more money getting everything remade and stuff, but I think that's going to be for the best. I mean, my pop-up banner is going to need changing because that's got all my old characters on that are going to be going, so it's not the end of the world, really, ish. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it needs to be done if I want to continue my brand. I feel like a lot of big brands such as Sanrio, Pop Mart and Disney, they all kind of have, you know, the one name, and everyone knows who they are. It's easy to Google, and that's what I want from Pollygone. Obviously I'm never going to be as big as that, but that's the kind of thing I want to go for. So I think it's really important for me to make this change and drop the illustration. So what is next? I'm gonna have to redesign everything, my flyers, banners, everything like that. And I am gonna be taking you guys on the journey with me. I'll be doing it all in studio vlogs so you can see everything I get up to. I also wanna change how I do my markets and conventions and stuff like that. So my display is really gonna change. And that's gonna be a lot of work, and I'm not really sure how I'm gonna make it work and how it's gonna look. But yeah, gonna be redone. I'm also gonna change how I pack everything. So at the moment I have these massive blue and red boxes, and these are great but to store things in, but they're big. They take up a lot of room under tables and stuff and conventions. So sometimes when you have very little room behind the table and they're just quite big. So I want to find a way to condense them, maybe find a way to go taller with like big plastic boxes or something like that. Because I'm getting rid of stuff like mugs, the boxes will already be lighter, but I think I need to find something that's more compact and smaller and works better. Plus they are very, very heavy to get around. My studio is in the top floor of the house, so these boxes need to be carried down 2 flights of stairs, so that's not really ideal as well. So having smaller boxes will make that whole thing a lot easier. I'm gonna be documenting everything on YouTube and probably a little bit on TikTok or Instagram Reels as well. So make sure you follow me over on those social medias. But I'm going to be getting busy redesigning everything, coming up with new characters and finding ways to reduce my stock. Please go and check out my website if you want to go and get anything, because this might be the last time you see a lot of my products. It's going to be super, super cheap, and I'll probably even be doing some bundle deals as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you stayed to the end, because I have just been rambling for however long. But please give me a follow if you haven't already. My social medias are linked down below in the description, along with my website if you want to go check out my sale and everything else I get up to. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!